Welcome back to Joe's Stunner Boxing. An absolutely brilliant performance by Dennis McCann against Ionut Baluta. This was a rematch of their first fight, which was, I think, I want to say a year ago, maybe 8-9 months ago, something back end of last year. It was a technical draw, but Baluta was coming on strong after McCann, put it on him for the first 4 or 5 rounds. And it was kind of curtailed, so it was unfinished business. But there's no doubt who won this fight. I had it 118, 110. I think the judges had it 117, 111. I can't remember. I think one guy did have a shutout, but one guy had it 117, 111. Maybe 2 of them did, roughly. But no, there's only one winner. It was Dennis McCann. And he did it brilliantly. He's 23 years old. This was for the EBU title, by the way. So at 23, he's now the European champ. And he was looking like a future world champ. Now, okay, people are going to say Ionut Baluta, 30 years old from Romania. He came in with 16 wins, only 3 KOs, 4 defeats, all on points. He's taller, about 3.5 inches taller than McCann. Fights with a great deal of fortitude, craftiness, very unconventional, orthodox fighter, but kind of springs forward. Then he uses his legs an awful lot and appears to be running, and then he'll spring forward and bang, bang, bang. Crafty fighter, pretty good ring IQ, but not nearly as talented as Dennis McCann. He's 7 years older than McCann at 30. But with McCann, who's a southpaw, you saw some extremely good skills. And more importantly, you saw, a young man who was sort of wise beyond his years, because they began very aggressively. And there was a little clip, it might have been in the first or second round, where Baluta was hanging on and McCann immediately banged to the body. His arms were free. And he thought, okay, you want to get up close, I'm going to put some heat on you on the body. And if that was really early on in the fight, this is a 12-rounder. So I thought that shows some willing. He was very crafty with his punches, countered very, very well, but at the same time, nice balance, moved his feet forward well, chose the right punches at the right time. At times he sort of out-countered the counter-puncher, because Baluta does like to counter-punch as well as fire his own very unconventional offences. And this was just a very, very good performance by McCann, because not only did he beat Baluta, and you've got to be good to beat Baluta. Baluta is, I'd say, fringe European level, maybe is European level. This was for the EBU title after all, and I don't begrudge Baluta fighting for this title or McCann. Don't forget, Baluta has a victory over Andrew Kane. That's the only defeat that Kane suffered. That was a split decision. He lost a unanimous decision to Liam Davis. He's been the distance with Michael Conlan. He beat Brad Foster, a unanimous 10-round points decision. He's even got a victory back in 2020 over TJ Donahue, who was, at the time considered to be world class. TJ Donahue's actually fighting Inoue next. Good luck with that. But anyway, he's fought everyone, so he kind of earned his shot at the EBU. But whether he's got a good European education as a fighter, whether he's got all the tools in the box that are needed to become European champion, keep the belt or not, is debatable. Because I think Baluta is one of those guys that kind of overachieved with sheer effort, sheer belief, and immense toughness. And as the fight went on, McCann was banging to the body, really hurting Baluta. Between rounds on a couple of occasions, I think it was after the 7th or 8th, Baluta really looked in pain. He did look like he was, really suffering. And McCann just carried on banging to the body, but Baluta hung in there. He's got an amazing engine. But it was tough. It was a tough fight for Baluta. Somehow he got through it. I thought he might get stopped late. Not a bit of it. He maintained his record of not being stopped, and at no point was he on the floor, which was absolutely incredible. He did finish with his face, kind of some swellings on his face, But Baluta may have hit his ceiling at 30. He's one of those very good European level gatekeeper types. Not a journeyman, a gatekeeper above that. But McCann at 23, if he lives the life and he stays dedicated, this guy's got the potential to be a world champ, to win a few belts, and make a real mark on history. He's already been British super bantamweight and British and Commonwealth super bantamweight champ. He's now got the EBU title. So the world title is going to come knocking sooner rather than later, especially as he is a Queensberry fighter. And I would expect him, if matched correctly, because he's still a young man, no rush, no harm in giving him a few other 10 rounders, maybe a couple of defences of the EBU title, no problem. But I would expect him to make a big splash at world level when he's ready, because I'd like to see him get his man strength, grow into his body, find his natural weight. He won't be a super bantam for the rest of his career. He'll probably end up as a super feather, or 5'7", I think he is. Maybe not lightweight, but maybe a super feather by the time he's 30. But what's the rush? Edge him into the game, edge him into world level, and see what happens. I think he's got a really bright future, Dennis McCann. Terrific. He's shown a lot of. He's only 23, but he's shown in the past that the raw materials are there. But he's really putting them together now very impressively, and no one's done that to Ionut Baluta. Ionut Baluta is a very, very tough man and terrific pro, a real man who lives the life. If McCann does the same, he's really going places at world level, I think. So this was on the Chisora versus Joyce undercard. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. I appreciate your time as always. Thank you. Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing, and bye for now.